strippers. Exciting topic today. Yeah, I like strippers too. However, you can't have a true partnership and still have that old life where you dated strippers or went to strip clubs. And you want a monogamous relationship. You want a partner that you really share your life with and get to share everything with and wake up with and really experience the things that money can't buy. Then you got to give them up and you got to give that a try. So this video is not for my husband, I always say, just in case. Although he doesn't do those things. However, so yeah, I'm grateful that my husband did not listen to me when I asked him a long time ago when we were early in our relationship, asked him to take me to strip clubs in Vegas. I wanted to go to the Vegas ones. They probably have the best ones. And now I know probably Miami has the best ones. Yeah. You know, I loved strip clubs because I love beautiful women. I love magnetic, stunning, sexy beauty. I love that. I've always been drawn to that. However, if you truly, truly want a family, you've got to quit saying that and stop talking about your old life and stop saying you only dated, every woman you've ever dated was a stripper. Will make any good woman go, that'll scare the shit out of them. So stop saying that. So you're in the free world now, and a lot of women are watching you, and I know you have all your money and your cars and you're successful. But I also know that you really long to have a person to share all that with. It is so cool when you live with someone and you get to wake up with them and eat with them and plan things together and show them things you're excited about, and they want to drive in your car and they want to be with you. I love it that my husband does most things with me. We do as much together as we can. I love it that he goes with me to my doctors if he can, if he's not working. You know, he works a lot. He's a hard worker, and I appreciate that. And I also love the times that we get to be together. If you really want a true partnership, you gotta throw the strippers away. You have to. It's one or the other. You cannot have both. You can't. I was thinking earlier today, you know, I've sponsored many women that used to be strippers. I have friends, dear friends that used to be strippers. And not one of the ladies that used to be a stripper has stayed sober over a year. Not one. And I know there's probably several that have. It's just in my world, none of them have stayed. And my friends that are strippers, they cannot seem to stay married or stay in one relationship. You cannot have a true partnership and have that world too. And because I used to love that world too, I was kicked out of a stripper bar once for stealing the show. Oh, I was drunk, of course. And yeah, me and another girl together, we started stealing the show, and we were asked to leave and not come back because we took the focus off the stage. And that was funny. That was my drinking days. Years ago, I used to drink and party, and Yeah, you can laugh and like, haha, it was so funny. No, it's not funny. It's not funny at all. And I'm not proud of that. But I had to turn away from that life. And so do you. Just because you're not drinking or you're not drugging, strip bars are a drug too. And you can be addicted to that. And you got to turn away from it. You say all the areas in your life are lined up, but it's not adding up. No, because you're saying one thing out your mouth that you want a family, but yet you're still acting like a thug and like a guy who dates strippers. Like, that's not what a married man does. If you really truly want to be a married man in the free world that's respected and your wife feels safe with, then you've got to act that way. You got to give up that thug life. You're not a thug. Just because you used to be, you're not anymore. You are so smart, and you deserve to have a really cool partner that you can spend your life with. And it's got to be intentional, just like your business. I know when I met my husband, I love, I'm so proud of the husband I have because it was intentional and I was nervous. So, I chose someone that was very valuable to me, someone that was good at the things that I'm not, someone that I admired, someone that kind of kept me on my toes. He still does a little bit, When he's around, I act better. That's the kind of person you want. If you keep dating strippers, you're not going to have the level of respect. You're not going to have the level of intimacy that you do with someone that is not in that life. And it can be someone that used to be in that life, but it needs to be someone that you respect, that is on your level. There are plenty of women, successful women, business women on your level that you're just not telling anyone, that you're too scared to ask them out. You need to ask women out. Ask women that are above your pay grade. Ask women that are classy and that have their own cars. You don't have to buy them a car. So treat a relationship like you do a business goal, because it really is actually a business. A marriage really is like a business, and it has to be stellar, and you cannot find your number one if you're still lusting after different women in your head. You've got to decide the woman that you want and get that instead. You got to focus on one. The Bible permits us to have one, and only because humans fail miserably that we cannot, if we can't refrain from sexual activity, we're permitted to be married. And that's why. Only one. But if you're not faithful in your head, then you're not going to be faithful in your bed. And the Bible says that anything that you think about in your head, it's just the same thing as doing it. So, Mr. talks about lining up your thoughts and your actions. Well, you need to do that in your personal life too. I can see that you're not doing that. And you need to do that. Because you're worth that. We want to see that. And if you're talking all this stuff about having everything lined up, your personal life is telling on you. So the truth always comes out. You've got to be that person. Like you always tell us, you got to be that person. So don't choose someone that just that is a trophy. I should say that. Don't choose someone based just on their look. Yeah, it's important. You know, that my partner's hot is super important to me too. I'm super attracted to my husband, and that's an important thing to me too. However, everything else needs to be taken into account too. I've been talking too long. So don't just choose the first person that comes along. Be intentional and choose selectively, please. And not, I mean, nothing, I have friends that are strippers, but don't just pick someone, the first one that comes to you, you know, that a stripper life that has kids from all different dads and no home or no car, you know, no. Pick someone that has just as much going for them as you do. Birds of a feather flock together. Yeah, and you're in an area where there's plenty. There's plenty there. So be intentional and care. It's not going to happen just by chance. Be intentional. Intention is everything. So get it done.